Hello students, good morning. Welcome to online learning, standard 12 subject chemistry. And in this 12th standard chemistry, we have been discussing the lesson number 2, that is P block elements. And the concept of today's video lesson is alums. Dear students, in the previous video, we have discussed about boric acid, its preparation, properties, structure and uses. And in this present video, the concept which we are going to discuss is alum. Is it clear? Okay, let us move on to the video. Dear students, first we have to know what is called as alum. What kind of substances are called as alums? Look at the point number 1. What is given? Originally, the double salts of potassium aluminum sulfate was called as alum. Double salt in the sense one salt has to combine with another salt, just a combination of two salts, that is called as double salt. So what were called as alums? The double salts of potassium and aluminum sulfate, which means when potassium sulfate has combined with aluminum sulfate, a double salt is obtained, and such types of double salts are called as alums. Is it clear, students? What are alums? The double salts of potassium aluminum sulfate, they were called as alums, and their formula is given K2SO4. The formula is here. What is the formula of alum? K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O. It is the formula of alum. But nowadays, the name alum is widely used for many compounds with the general formula. It's given here: M prime 2SO4, M double prime twice SO4 thrice 24H2O. So here M prime and M double prime represents two different cations. M prime is the univalent metal ions like potassium or ammonium NH4+, whereas M double prime is a trivalent metal cation. Is it clear, students? So what is the general molecular formula of alum? M prime 2SO4, M double prime 2SO4 thrice, and 24H2O. Here M prime is monovalent cation, whereas M double prime is trivalent metal ion. Is it clear? Yes. So what are called as alums? The double salts of potassium aluminum sulfates were called as alums, but nowadays it is changed. Any double salts with the molecular formula M prime 2SO4, M double prime 2SO4 thrice 24H2O can be called as alums. Now let us see some more examples for alums. So it's given here other examples for alums. The first example is sodium alum. What is the formula of sodium alum? Na2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O. That is the formula of sodium alum. The next one, ammonium alum. Here the monovalent cation will be ammonium ion. What is the formula of ammonium ion? NH4+ is the formula of ammonium ion, and the formula of ammonium alum is NH4 twice SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O. Then look at the example number 3, that is chrome alum. So here the trivalent cation will be a chromium ion, that is Cr3+, and the formula of chrome alum is K2SO4 Cr2SO4 thrice 24H2O. Okay, so these three are the examples given for alums. Then the last 2 points represents the properties of alums. What is given here? The alums are generally more soluble in hot water. When we would like to dissolve them, they are highly soluble in hot water than in cold water. So we can say the solubility of alums is higher in hot water. Is it clear? Okay. Then look at the last point. What is given? They exhibit the properties of the constituent ions in solution. For example, if you dissolve the potash alum in water, it shows the properties of potassium, it shows the properties of aluminium, it shows the properties of sulfate ion, and whatever present there, it shows the properties of the constituent ions, which means in solution they are completely ionized. The potassium sulfate part will be changed into K+ and SO4 2-, whereas aluminum sulfate part will be changed into Al3+ and SO4 2-. So because of this complete dissociation of the molecules, they show the properties of the constituent ions. So that is given in the last point. What is given? They exhibit the properties of the constituent ions in solution. So in this slide we have seen some other examples for alums as well as true physical properties. So what are the properties we have seen here? They are more soluble in hot water than in cold water. Also, when dissolved in water, they show the properties of the constituent ions. Is it clear? Yes. Okay, dear students, now we are going to discuss about the preparation of alum. We are going to see how alums are prepared. Only we are going to discuss about the preparation of potash alum. What is the formula of potash alum? K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O is the formula of potash alum. And it can be prepared from alunite, or it is called as alum stone. It is prepared from where? It is prepared from alunite or alum stone. And the formula of alunite or alum stone is K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice AlOH thrice. What is the formula of alunite? It is given in page number 40. The formula of alunite is K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 4AlOH thrice. So here aluminum hydroxide part is there. Now this alunite or alum stone is allowed to react with excess of sulfuric acid. We know the formula of sulfuric acid. What it is? H2SO4. So when these two react together, when alunite react with sulfuric acid, the aluminum hydroxide part in the alunite will be converted into aluminium sulfate. Okay, the AlOH thrice part will be converted into Al2SO4 thrice. So aluminum hydroxide part is converted into aluminium sulfate. Now after this conversion we have to add a little quantity of potassium sulfate. This is the formula of potassium sulfate, K2SO4. When we add potassium sulfate to this mixture, the crystal is generated. The crystal of potash alum is generated. And in order to purify the obtained crystals, it is recrystallized. Recrystallization is nothing but we have to dissolve the obtained salt in a suitable solvent, and when we allow the dissolved part to evaporate, we will get the purified form of the crystal, and that is called as recrystallization. Okay, so how potash alum is prepared? When alunite or alum stone is allowed to react with excess of sulfuric acid, the aluminum hydroxide part of alunite is converted into aluminium sulfate. Then we have to add a little quantity of potassium sulfate. During that time we will get potash alum, and in order to purify this potash alum, it is recrystallized. Is it clear? Okay, now look at the chemical equation. This is the chemical equation employed for the preparation of potash alum. First, what is taken? Alunite. This is the formula of alunite, K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 4AlOH thrice. Now it is allowed to react with excess of sulfuric acid. When they react together, this aluminum hydroxide AlOH thrice is converted into aluminium sulfate. So how it is converted? This reaction mixture is converted into K2SO4 potassium sulfate, then 3Al2SO4 thrice, that is aluminium sulfate, along with the formation of 12 molecules of water. Now with this mixture, what is added? With this mixture we have to add a little quantity of potassium sulfate. During that time, what is obtained? Potash alum is obtained. And what is the formula of potash alum? K2SO4 Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O. So with this the preparation of potash alum is over. Okay students, let us see some physical properties of potash alum. Look at the point number 1. What is given? It is a white crystalline solid. Then point number 2, it is soluble in water. Then point number 3, it is insoluble in alcohol. It's a common term. If the substance is ionic in nature, it is soluble in polar solvents like water. Okay, thus here potash alum is ionic in nature, so it is soluble in water, and it is insoluble in alcohol. Then point number 4 is here. What is given? The aqueous solution of potash alum is acidic. Okay, aqueous solution means what? When dissolved in water, that is called as aqueous solution, and this acidic nature is due to aluminium sulfate part. What is the formula of aluminium sulfate? Al2SO4 thrice is the formula of aluminium sulfate. When dissolved in water, when we dissolve this one in water, the hydrolysis takes place like this way. this side this side hydrogen will be added, and this side OH will be added. So this aluminium is converted into aluminium hydroxide, whereas SO4 is converted into sulfuric acid part. So while hydrolysis, we get an acidic part, so that this aqueous solution is acidic in nature. Is it clear, students? The aqueous solution of potash alum is acidic due to the aluminium sulfate part, since the aluminium sulfate part is converted into sulfuric acid on hydrolysis. Okay. The next one, look at the point number 5. Its melting point is given. It melts at 365 Kelvin, so it has a higher melting point. And finally, an important property is given. At 475 Kelvin, the water of hydration in the sense, the water molecules associated with the potash alum. We know the formula of potash alum, what it is, K2SO4, Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O. So that 24H2O molecules are called as water of hydration. So when this crystal of potash alum is heated at 475 Kelvin, the water of hydration associated with the potash alum crystal is entirely lost, and we get a burnt mass. Okay, and it is swells up. The swollen mass obtained is known as burnt alum. So when the potash alum is heated at 475 Kelvin, all the water molecules are lost and the crystal swells up. The swollen mass obtained is called as burnt alum. Dear students, it is a very important short answer question. What is called as burnt alum? How it is prepared? Is it clear? Okay. And the equation which shows the formation of burnt alum I have shown in the next slide. Let us see that. Okay, so this is the equation which shows the formation of burnt alum. What is taken here at 500 Kelvin. I told you in the previous video at 475 Kelvin. So approximately we can say it as 500 Kelvin. At 500 Kelvin, this potash alum K2SO4, Al2SO4 thrice 24H2O, it is converted into anhydrous form K2SO4, Al2SO4 thrice plus 24H2O. So all the molecules of water associated with the potash alum is entirely lost, and this mass is called as burnt alum. Okay. Now next condition is given at red hot. Red hot means at extreme higher temperature. At that time, this burnt alum is again converted into potassium sulfate, alumina. The formula of alumina is Al2O3 along with the formation of sulfur trioxide, that is SO3. Okay, so at red hot, the potash alum is converted into potassium sulfate, alumina and sulfur trioxide. Then finally, another chemical property is given, that is reaction with ammonium hydroxide. When potash alum is allowed to react with ammonium hydroxide, the product is potassium sulfate, ammonium sulfate, water molecule and aluminium hydroxide. Okay, dear students, what is the last chemical property given? When potash alum is allowed to react with ammonium hydroxide, it is converted into potassium sulfate, ammonium sulfate, water molecule and aluminium hydroxide. So with this, the physical and chemical properties of potash alum is over. Then finally, we have to discuss the uses of potash alum. There are 4 uses given. What are they? Look at the use number 1. It is used in the purification of water. So in water purification techniques, what is used? Potash alum is used. Then second use, it is used for waterproofing and textiles. Okay, for making the waterproofing things, what is used? Potash alum is used. Also in the textile industries, it is used. Then it is used in dyeing paper and leather tanning industries. Then finally, it is used as a styptic agent. Styptic agent is nothing but it is a chemical compound which is used to stop bleeding, which is used to arrest bleeding. So these are the 4 uses of potash alum. What are they? It is used in the purification of water. It is used for it is used for waterproofing and textiles. Then used in dyeing paper and leather tanning industry, and finally it is used as a styptic agent to arrest bleeding. Okay, dear students, what are the things we have seen in this video? We have seen about what is called as alum, then the properties, the preparation, properties, chemical properties, and finally uses. Okay, dear students, go through the video and learn well. Thank you.